day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. Today I am here with one of my Warroom videos and I am going to be talking to the head of Pandemic Corporation, Christian Bishop. Now, say hi, Christian.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so Pandemic has a lot of corps in its overall umbrella, and recently they have been part of a lot of fights. Now, besides the fact that I'm in the corp right now and I've heard a lot of the talk from inside about some of the wars, I've also heard a lot of rumors floating around from external corps, and a lot of them have been saying that we've been losing fights. What can you say about that? How long has it been since the last defeat?
Yeah, that's interesting. I think people love the propaganda side of things, and first off, to clear things up, people probably more so know me as Truby's CEO of Pandemic and Executive Corp for the Silent. For us, we've never lost a CTA for a corporate Citadel fight or a outpost, so we are undefeated. We haven't lost the structure. We've done pretty well in any of our large, massive CTA fights. I think, like any organization and group, maybe some of our smaller fleets that are roaming and things may take some losses, but overall, we're doing very well.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so there is the first one. All right. On the second part of that note, a lot of people are very confused about who exactly Pandemic are fighting in the current war. I've heard rumors that we were fighting OP4S, Red Sky, CNK, Trimark. Can you just clarify it for some of my viewers who we actually have been engaging in wars with?
Yeah, for us, look, we love combat, but we're really focused on Declan, right? Solidifying and protecting Declan's our focus. So anybody that aggresses us and comes into that space, then we address, not only with the entire military from the silent point of view, but with our 3 mercenary contracts that we keep active regularly. But our main focus at the moment, historically, has been OBS and Earth Clan Coalition in the South, Declan.
Oh, okay. So that's the clarification on it. As you heard, their open declaration was that they only have been engaging 2 corps at current. So for all of those who are spreading around the rumors about Trimark and Pandemic not getting along, that's not exactly 100% true. Now, I'm not going to say who it was or anything of the sort. I'm just saying that it was an overall misunderstanding from a lot of people. Now, a lot of people also are under the impression that Pandemic is a purely American corp. Now, I myself am South African, so that isn't 100% true. But can you elaborate on that? That we have multiple other cultures, time zones, countries within the corp. Is that true?
Yeah, it is. Look, we pride ourselves as being a global community, and when you talk about Pandemic, I think it's probably more important to talk about silent, right? For us, we've had to step up as an executive corp, and we've got corps from France, we've got corps from Russia, we've got people who play from India, we've got people who play from China, all throughout Europe, in addition to North America, and even South America, to be honest with you. Tons of Spanish players with Requiem and Bot 5's group. So we really pride ourselves on being a global organization. It's one of the things I love about video games.
That's guaranteed one of the most fun things. Now, from the perspective that I am in within the corp, obviously, I'm a content creator. Can you talk about content creators and the media outreach that you have within your corp? Because honestly, Silent is one of the better corps for content creators. There's a nice community within it as far as I'm concerned. Can you elaborate a little bit more on it? Because after all, you are the person who's built up that community over time.
Yeah, I work in video games and esports as the chief revenue officer for Method. It's an esports team. We pride ourselves on content. I love content around video games and building communities, so it's something that I've been really passionate about supporting creators and Echoes. And at Silent, we have the most content creators you'll find out of any organization across the board. People like you, right? I love your channel and what you're doing with Elementary, and we love just kind of supporting talent and just telling stories.
Mm-hmm. So recently, besides this year, I know that there's a lot of people from my community who've been asking about whether or not there's the availability to join within Silent, within the pandemic corporation. Any word on whether we have open recruitment at the moment?
Yeah, pandemic is full. It's maxed out at 190, so no space in our primary corp. But we do have a multi-corp situation set up under Pand. We have Affliction, the secondary corp, that does have space. So you can feel free to apply. And we've got always looking for great players that are passionate about the game.
Okay, so in my description down below, I'll leave a link to the method for you to apply to get into Pandemic. After all, I'm going to say this here straight up from my side and point of view. Pandemic runs operations regularly. The operations are quite fun to join in. They aren't very tedious. They don't really last very long. If I'm right, the last CTA I joined was about 2 hours, 20 minutes? Or was it that I missed out on part of it? I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, we generally love to keep things under 2 hours. That's our preference. So sometimes things are a little different, sometimes shorter, you know, and fun. Just scrappy, quick fights. So it depends.
Yeah. So there you have it. Now, this was just my short form interview with Pandemic. Obviously, I'm not going to do a long form interview. I know that a lot of people want to know about tactics and doctrines within the corps, but I'm not going to get into it because we're heading to one of the more combat sensitive regions of the game as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if Christian wants to put in a little word. I will give him a slot in a few seconds. But basically, since it's a combat orientated part of the game, I know that a lot of people want me to give away doctrines for certain corps. Now, I have said that I will not give away the particular doctrines, and that is because right now we're in the domination form of the game where we're doing sovereignty. So giving away doctrines could cost corps massive losses or could cause chaos in fights. So there is one reason why I'm not going to ask those questions that were given to me in private. So anything you want to say besides it there, Christian?
Yeah, I think I can appreciate the sentiment of that elementary of you protecting kind of people's doctrines in corps. I'd agree with you. It's the sensitive time, but doctrines are always changing. That's the fun thing about the game too. Is as the meta changes, it's Silent. We always pride ourselves on staying ahead of the meta, right? So we operate a fleet of battleships that's being grown to 50 battleships in a fleet at any time, up to 100 for our large CTAs, and we enjoy that. We enjoy pushing the game's, potential from a military might point of view. I almost think of an arms race, and we'll always continue to do that. So we love having the big guns.
Okay. There is one other question that I forgot to ask. Somebody asked me if the pandemic here in EVE Echoes is directly linked to the pandemic in EVE Online.
No association.
No association. Okay. So there you have it. Now I just had to ask those questions, and I'm really thankful for Christian. Sorry, did I get your name right? Yeah, Christian, for joining in for this interview. I know this isn't one of the longer videos on my channel, and I hope that you all did enjoy this little War Room video. Now, I am going to host interviews every once in a while with one or two other individuals from other corps, but obviously it's time consuming and not everybody has the time. So from my side, I'm signing you off with well wishes from Silent and Pandemic, and Christian, you can sign off as well.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. True Beast out.
Sure. Thank you. Goodbye.